What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have for you week 2 of the PBA Power Rankings. Thank you guys so much for the well-received response on week 1. You know we're going to be doing this for every single tournament this year on the PBA Tour season, and what we have coming up this week is the United States Open, one of the most coveted trophies you can possibly win. The Eagle US Open. PD Dub, he's got 5 of them. Our very own Chris Vi, he has 1. Hopefully, we'll pick up another one this week. But first, before we get started, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button down below. Helps us out a bunch. As I say every video, I'm desperate. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a jersey over a hoodie and why I'm not at the pro shop, timing just didn't work out. I'm at my house, and this room's cold as fuck. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start at the bottom this time by popular demand. Number 10, you're gonna give me Justin Knowles. All right, hear me out. We got an idea of how good these Black Hammer 78s are, and Justin being a lower ball speed player, he's gonna be much better with the harder urethane balls than maybe some of the other higher ball speed lefties specifically. And last year, he was the 6th place finisher at this event, at this house, at Woodland Bowl, where the US Open is going to be hosted for the next 3-4 years, till 2027, I believe. So I expect Justin Knowles to bowl pretty well, once again, be up there in the mix, most likely make match play. He'll be all right. But moving on, number 9, I'm taking Jesper Svensson. All right? Maybe not a name you'd have thought I pulled here, but let me tell you. Last week, finished in 25th, just outside the cut number. I don't take too much out of last week's results, just because first tournament of the year, super high scoring, and you know, it's kind of one of those weeks where anything can happen. But it's good to see that Jesper has some form right now, and he seems pretty okay with the IQ 78U, which I kind of expected because he can make pitch blacks look like reactor balls. So I figured he was going to have no problem getting these 78Us to hook. And why he does make it in the power rankings this week is because he did win 2 titles at Woodland in the same year, a few years back, winning the doubles with Kyle Troop and the, I guess it was called the Indianapolis Open or something like that. So I expect Jesper to do very well once again. Made match play at the US Open last year here at Woodland. That's why he crawls in at number 9. But at number 8, somebody you guys were coming for my neck for last week, but he's here. Chris Prather. Good to see him bowling well, making match play at the Players Championship, finishing 23rd. It's just kind of how match play goes sometimes. You just don't have it, but I don't take too much from the results, like I said. So it's good to see his wrist seems all right, and the US Open is his kind of format, long format, grueling conditions. Go out there, grind, make your spares, and think your way through the tournament. That's his style. He has had success at the US Open, has yet to pick up a trophy, but I'm sure he will when it's all said and done. Chris Prather coming in at number 8. He will be ready. But number 7, moving up from number 10, Packy Hanrahan. Just missed out on the show at the Players Championship. Another one who I expect to bowl very well this week at the US Open. Seems to be very suited, acclimated with the 78 Black Hammer, and also went absolutely ballistics at Woodland during the doubles when Jesper won that same year. He pretty much single-handedly carried him and his teammate up to the match play round, so has a bit of a good vibe at Woodland. Hasn't performed the best at the US Opens here at Woodland, but it seems like Packy's on that trajectory to be, you know, one of the top guys. You know, coming in strong with the 6th place finish of the Players. Was really just a 10th frame away from making that show. I think he's there. He's taking that next step, and he's proven it. And I'm excited, and hopefully he makes another run and another show this week. We're all cheering for the house boys, obviously. But we're moving on to number 6, Kyle Troop. All right, last week, 6th place. This week, 6th place. Not his best finish last week, like I said. Not taking too much from the results from last week. guys are easing in. Scores a little bit higher too. I don't think that's really where Kyle sees an advantage compared to the rest of the field. Another guy, long format, when they're tough, he's just going to grind it out. And when he's in that right mental state, he'll be in contention for a lot of titles, just like this one last year where he came in second at the U.S. Open here at Woodland. I expect to see the same amount of success this year, and I expect Kyle to bowl pretty well. But moving on, cracking into our top 5, last week's champion, Bill O'Neill, the real deal. Congratulations on major title number 3, Players Championship title number 2. Very impressive, always to watch him bowl. One of my favorite arm swings in the game, except when he was beating me and Darren for the doubles title, but that's besides the point. Bill has obviously a U.S. Open in 2010. It's been a while, but he seems to be showing a lot of form, obviously winning the first major title of the year. And when it's a grit and grind kind of tournament, Bill O'Neill's play style is going to be absolutely perfect. It's a U.S. Open. Bill O'Neill, shot making, spare shooting, at a premium. He'll be fine. Coming in at number 5. Number 4 here, maybe the lowest you'll ever see him. We'll see how the season progresses. Jason Belmonte. All right, I moved him down from 3 to 4 for this U.S. Open for a couple of reasons. One, I just think the 3 guys ahead of him are more either showing a bit more form or are a little more suited to this tournament at this bowling center. And also, Bill, know he was sick at the Players Championship, so we'll see how that affects him going forward. Obviously, have had about 2 weeks of a break after coming in 24th at the Players Championship. Again, not a tournament I take too much from the results from. I expect he'll be in top shape in these coming weeks. But for now, he's going to stay at number 4, the 2020 U.S. Open champion, Jason Belmonte, 4th place. But here we go. Top 3. 3rd place, you're going to give me our very own Christopher Vi. Made the show at the Players Championship last week. Like I said, the guy is showing form. Also, just like Packy, ready to take that next step, and I think he's there. Top 4, top 5 player in the world right now, and proved it. Started in 20th place in a high-scoring event during match play, and climbed his way all the way up to the show. So that's kind of what I need to see from him. It's very tough when the scores are that high to climb from that far down to make the show. I believe he was the only guy that was really far down to make it into the show. So it just shows the kind of patience he has for match play. He had 24 games. You kind of just take it block by block, and he's there. Christopher Vi has arrived, and I expect him, like I said last time, to win a title or 2 this year and be in contention for Player of the Year. But our very own Chris Vi in 3rd. Moving in to our top 2, 2nd place, Anthony Simonson. And the reason, it's not even his fault why he moved down to 2nd. I'll be honest, my 1st place choice, who you can obviously guess who it is, was predetermined before even the Players Championship started. But Simo obviously won a U.S. Open at Woodland 2 years ago. Last year came in 4th, 3rd, 4th, something like that. So bowled well once again, and I expect him to do the same. Again, just like the other guys. Long format, good grinder. High scoring event like last week is not where he has his biggest advantage. I think he likes to see other people struggle because he's better at just struggling less. And when it comes down to it, the grit and grind, he's going to be there every time. Like I said, the most tenacious bowler out there, and he's going to find his way into the show once again. Anthony Simonson and the U.S. Open, almost as synonymous as this first player in this generation. 1st place, Eddie Dean Tackett, EJ. Coming in at number 1, like I said, this was predetermined for some obvious reasons. If you know a little bit of anything about EJ or the PBA or Woodland, EJ is pretty much a native of Indiana, not quite living in Indianapolis, but it's pretty much a home game for him. Qualified first the last 2 years, won one, and then came in second to Simo the year before, obviously. So how can we not put EJ Tackett #1 for the United States Open at Woodland Bowl? That's a pretty easy choice for me. So there you have it, the power rankings for the United States Open. Again, if you don't know the format, 3 8-game blocks on 3 different patterns. I believe they have a medium flat, and then they have a very long flat, like a 49-foot flat, but it's 4-4, so the boards on the outside have no oil, so that's very interesting. A pattern I think we bowled on last year as well. And then they also have the, what I call the middle finger pattern, just the way it looks. It has the little strip in the middle, looks like a middle finger. And then I have no idea what the match play pattern is, but there you guys have it, 2024 United States Open at Woodland Bowl. Good luck to all the competitors, and especially good luck to all of our friends at the house and everybody else. I'll see you next time. Week 3 power rankings coming up. We'll see you.